Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be unboxing and checking out the Holo Skewb Ultimate. Oh man, the cube names strike again. Before we start this video, I would like to shout out my Uncle Jerry for sending me this as a gift. It is greatly appreciated. And this is rated as difficulty 5 stars, so we'll see how it compares to some of my other difficulter cubes. I'm not even sure that's a word. So we have this little start here, get there thing. And we have the cube itself. Oh no, there's no tutorial. This is a very interesting cube, and let's take a little bit more of a detailed look. This cube also incorporates a very interesting coreless design, so as you can see there are no cores, and I believe all of the turning mechanics are built into the pieces. However, from experience, I understand that this type of structure is very unstable, so let's get into the first turns. It's actually not too bad, to be honest. It has this interesting snapping feel. It's almost like, you know, in the olden days where they had the ball bearings on the Megaminxes and Skewbs, it kind of feels like that. The performance isn't all that bad, it's just... it feels like an unlubricated cube, but really you can't even loop this because there's really no place for a loop to go on. But, you know, anyway. I believe this follows the same color scheme as a Megaminx, but let's take a look. This is a Megaminx, and if you don't know what it is, it's basically a dodecahedron. And you can turn all of the sides like this, making it basically a 3x3 shape mod. However, it's a little bit more complicated as all of its sides are pentagons, which means you actually have to turn 5 times to get it back to the starting position. As I was talking about the color scheme, it's actually different, but it's not going to be too big of a problem because I'm not going to be speed solving this anyway. Or am I? I guess what's left to do now is scramble it up and see if I can recover it completely without a tutorial. One more thing that I noticed, it actually takes 3 complete turns. So you can't actually turn here, so you have to do basically 2 turns to get it to a place where you can, you know, rotate it again. Now, with that note in mind, let's scramble it up. I feel like the first step will be getting one side of it solved, but this might take a while, so bear with me here. I can see the piece that I want, but I have no idea how to insert it. Oh, here we go. See, now we have a block, and I see that this is even more solved, so that's 3 pieces. I think we'll just rotate this thing. So, I feel like it's kind of like a 3x3, but I'm not sure. Alright, so here we have it. Basically, it's one layer of it solved, sort of. I think the next part is to get these pieces correct, but I may be terribly wrong. Let's just try it and find out. So we have this here. Oh, and this also fell into place. Oh, and this also fell into place. Okay, so everything is going correctly. Or maybe it's just I didn't scramble it enough. I think I've made some progress. As stated before, I made this entire block, and I had these 2 planes of movement free to me. Basically what I did was I turned them randomly until I had the entire bottom layer finished. Now we just have the top left. And as far as I can tell, we're going to need to use commutators to switch some of these around and to flip some of these corners. And I'm assuming these are corners. I'll take some more time working on solving this cube, and I'll be back with more information if I figure out how to solve it. It's literally been 1 week, and I finally solved it. It took about 3 days worth of trying until I finally figured out how to actually put the pieces together, and then I took a little bit more time to actually make a reliable solution so that I can solve every single scramble. And now I basically invented my own method, or I should say reinvented my own method, because I'm not actually sure if what I did has been recorded or documented by any other cubers. However, as far as I'm concerned, it's a completely original method. If you are looking for a tutorial on how to solve this cube yourself, it's a little bit out of the scope of today's video. However, there will be a tutorial coming up in the weeks ahead, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Finally, let's go over a little bit of the structure and design of this cube. It's very cool, and it gives a carbon fiber kind of a vibe. It's also very similar to those void cubes, which is basically a 3x3 or other cube without the core. And if you don't know, the core is basically what holds the entire Rubik's Cube together. As for this cube, because there is nothing holding the centerpieces together, as there's really no centerpieces, all of the pieces are holding themselves together. I'm not sure if you can see, but there's little springs on each of the edge and corner pieces, at least I believe those are what they are. And it gives this kind of a clacky sound whenever you turn it. So overall, it's a very cool design. Meanwhile, if you do have a Skewb Ultimate at home or right next to you, you can try solving it on your own first. It's a really good challenge and it will practice your cubing skills. And here's a hint. Try to solve this as if it's a 3x3 and not as if it's a Skewb. But with that, that's going to be all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!